Tony's YouTubes, take two, I guess, something, I don't know. 1930 Model A. Looked at this yesterday. If anybody looked, I don't know, maybe not yet, I guess. I did some body work on it in a few spots, primed the whole thing. Basically, I primed the whole thing because it has been painted, I would guess, in the 70s, maybe the 80s, and used lacquer primers. By the looks of things, I think they either brushed on the primer or the paint. Didn't want to go into the investment of stripping the whole car right down to steel all the way around it and stuff. The whole car was in really good shape. The paint was in really good shape that was on it, and the owner doesn't want to spend $739,000 changing the color on the car. So I put a good coat of epoxy on it, and then it's got 2 coats of a high solids urethane primer. So what we should be able to do is sand the car out and seal it and paint over this, and everything I've put over top should stabilize and hold the lacquer down, because lacquer paints can be a problem. They are what they call, are they thermosetting? I don't know. Anyways, lacquers, you can reflow them. There's no catalyst in the paint, so as you apply a solvent to the paint, it will soften the paint and reflow it. So when you put top coats on over top of a lacquer substrate, you can have problems. Sometimes no. Most times you will have problems. It'll wrinkle up and pucker up and shrink and swell and just be a poor party that you don't want to go to. So anyways, this is primer masked. What I call primer masked, I mean, it's not final paint masked. There's a whole lot of just back taping going on, and areas like the windows, I didn't get right in and go up to the felts and whatnot. This edge of the existing lacquer paint we discussed should be fine. There's no breakthroughs in it, anything. It's just a solid surface. So for that strip of paint, we shouldn't have any problems. But on an area, a big surface like that, I did burn through. There's body work done in a couple of spots. So the edges of those spots where the body work is done can do stuff that isn't conducive to a finished product. So we're going to pull a bunch of paper off, unmask it. Up here on the roof, it hasn't had a metal roof put in. And what people generally do when they make these hot rods is they will cut the roof section out of a minivan or a station wagon, etc., and weld that in. Because this, I don't know if you can see it moving, this is a padded, this is more like rubber on this thing. And what it is there is wooden bows inside here that are going from this side across to the other. They have a bit of a crown to them. And then the padding material is stretched across the wood. And then this rubber material is held down with this lock strip, which I don't know if you can get to see that it's nails, because these cars are framed in wood. There's big wood strips underneath this steel here, probably overlap. And that is an aluminum strip, and it is literally nailed down into the wood. So what we got to do here today, this morning, anyways, first off is rip the paper off of this thing, uncover it, and before I sand it all out, I think we're going to do the door jambs in this car. So I will be pulling the doors off so I can paint the insides of the doors as well as the door jambs, and there just ain't enough room on this thing to do it with the doors on. And theoretically, I should be able to just whistle these pins up, pop these pins out. There's 2 on the back, 3 pins on the front. Should be able to yoink those up and get the doors off. I'm sure that's going to be a hoot doing that by myself. But what are you going to do? That's the way the old cookie bounces. So yeah, I'm going to unmask this, and then maybe I'll bring you back. I don't know. We'll see.